Hello everyone, today is November 9th, 2021, and so it's my best good friend Ian's birthday today. Happy birthday, buddy, I love you. But also, we celebrate in the church the feast day of the dedication of the St. John Lateran Basilica, which is in Rome. And I think anytime we celebrate a feast day of a church or the dedication of a church, we want to ask the question, why are we celebrating the feast day of a dedication of a church, especially one that's on a different continent? Well, St. John Lateran is actually the cathedral church of Rome. A lot of times we think of St. Peter's as maybe the cathedral that's in Rome, but it's actually not. The seat of the bishop, the seat of the pope, the cathedra, is in St. John Lateran. And it's called Lateran because it's the land where the church was built was given by the Lateran family. But why do we celebrate this feast day of the Lateran Basilica? Well, if we think of the cathedral as the mother church of the diocese, so it's the mother church of the Diocese of Rome, and Rome is kind of the center of Christianity on earth, of the Catholic Church. So it's kind of a sign then of our unity as one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. That one basilica kind of shows us the source of unity and love in the church, something that we need to always remember, especially in our own day and age. But there's also a deeper meaning to this as well. Our readings kind of show us the significance of the holiness of the temple of God. St. Paul tells us that we are the building of God. He says to the Ephesians today, you are the building of God, and that we are temples of the Holy Spirit. And the building of God, which we are, is holy. So we are to be holy, that we are to act as who we are, as holy. And that Jesus himself is zealous for our holiness, for the holiness of the church. That he goes into the temple and drives out all of the money changers, those who would cheat the poor on the money that they are giving for their offerings and sacrifices. So he wants to create no barriers between us and holiness, between the temple and being totally united with God. And so that's why he does that. He is zealous for our holiness. From a homily given at the dedication of this Lateran Basilica, the priest explains how we must prepare ourselves to be as beautiful, to prepare our hearts to be as beautiful as we expect the church to be when we enter the church. Saying that as temples of the Holy Spirit, we are to act as that in that way. That we are to prepare ourselves to be that way. That we can't continue on in our lives as though everything is just kind of relative. But our holiness is important. That when we enter the church, we should have a clean soul. That we shouldn't soil ourselves with the dirtiness of sin. And of course, a lot of us struggle with that, but we are always called to strive for holiness. And so today, with Jesus, let us work to drive out anything that keeps us from perfect union with God, anything that keeps us from perfect holiness, so that our holiness, our personal holiness, might shine forth to others, and the holiness of the church, the temple of God, might be a sign to the world of the goodness of our God.